So I think there's a head of steam that's building. It's like the kettle. Something's cooking. Yeah, but it's not at the boiling point just yet. There's something simmering there, the tea simmering. So the state of mental health in Kenya, I would describe it like that.
I feel like, first of all, the lack of jobs in this place is messing up people, messing up the youth. And it's mostly the youth that are being affected. The lack of jobs, the lack of opportunities.
State of mental health in Kenya for youth. How would you describe it?
Can I say shitty? Yeah, shitty is the word.
For me, it's my own mental health struggles growing up, being bullied, being a depressed kid, coming through in this super high pressure, high stress environment, just realizing how lucky and privileged I was to get through that system and have a chance at building a meaningful future. It's time to go. I was raised in Western Kenya, it's called Migori County. It's a pretty rural county, my parents are sugarcane farmers, smallholder farmers. Kind of really growing up, there was a lot of like pressure to kind of like succeed academically, because that was like the only pathway, just like out of the village.
Hi. You've been here for so long? Not really. At times you have to like keep on pushing, telling yourself, you know what, I'm going through this, but things will be okay. I'm going through this, but things will turn out okay. I'm going through this, but I'm about to finish uni, I get a job and move out. So I had already had like so much hopes in me. And then now I'm done with uni. I'm here, I'm stuck. The job I thought that would come has taken months. So that's when I started falling deep into depression. But there are some symptoms and signs you see, you're like, I don't think I need any professional to tell me that I'm not okay. So I could feel so unmotivated. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to even shower. I don't want to wake up in my bed. I want to dead scroll all day. And then I felt like I was becoming bitter.
I love music. I think music is one of the most beautiful gifts that we were given as a species. I love to consume, I love to create, and I love to perform as well. But I remember I used to sing in the shower and enjoy singing in the shower. And I was like trying to match the notes if I can match them. And then I just realized that, you know what, there's something here. People don't talk about the emotions that much. And I think that also has been inculcated and reinforced over the years with constant views about manhood and masculinity and being stoic. Being that's a symbol of strength. You don't show that vulnerability. You don't show that essentially you're manipulatable by emotions. Emotions can like come and do that thing.
A lot of my friends were also going through, kind of similar issues. Some people I was close to, stopped going to school. Others, kind of dropped out. But all of this time, I never really saw these experiences from the lens of mental health. And so the question that, we then ask ourselves is, how could we try to intervene early, and especially at these transitionary periods? And so that's why we started this organization called Shamiri Institute. And Shamiri is a Kiswahili word for thrive. And so the idea is, how can we create a pathway that allows young people in Kenya to thrive? So are there interventions that we can do initially that are simple, brief, and scalable? From creating sense of belonging, teaching people about their values, developing a sense of purpose, teaching people about a growth mindset, very simple interventions that can have a very outsized effect on people's lives, not just from a mental health perspective, but also from a preventative perspective.
Since I began sovereign king, able to keep this wretched on me, and as I found in a mama like
I remember we were a bit closer as a family. And then I remember losing a very close cousin of mine. She was a baby, she was young. And I was so angry with the world and everything. And around I was just so angry with religion, why is this happening? And just became so bitter after. I remember my being secluded and being within myself and not able to express that rage. That characterized a lot of my high school life.
So, after I realized that I am not getting therapy for anything whatsoever, I decided, I just have me. Because in as much as I had contemplated suicide, but I had contemplated suicide like thrice. Yeah. But then I told myself, you know what? Sorry. One thing for sure is, as much as I was contemplating suicide, I'm a lover of life. And I was telling myself, you know what, there's so many things you have not seen. And dying is not the solution because you won't see them. So you know what, let's figure out a way.
Then I started to practice in church with the band there. I think that's where I really attained a lot of growth in terms of confidence, playing in front of people, as well as the discipline to practice. And then figuring out that, it's a process and it takes a lot of time. And I think it's very fulfilling now, knowing how to play.
The lows are really low for me. Bwana Yesu, Bwana Yesu. Yako ya kwanza yanitosha, mnafanya yanitosha.
Yeah, so from way back, I've enjoyed writing. So I was like, since this is something I can easily do, let me try journaling. So I got gel pens that have different colors. So at least I could give color to my life, let me say. Everything that happens, I used to write it down, even if it's a good and a bad one. And then with time, I realized, in as much as a day can come to an end and you feel like, oh my God, that day was shitty. When I go back to my journal, I realize, oh my God, I saw an orange butterfly that I have not seen before. Those small things that used to happen, and I journal them down, then I go back. I'm like, the day is not as bad as I thought it was. I mean, I saw an orange butterfly. Have you seen an orange butterfly before? So yeah. I just feel like we need people to support these youths, people who've already gone out of it, have already helped themselves, they were in depression and now they're okay. And to show them that we were also there, but we are here now because we did 1, 2, 3. Tell them what that 1, 2, 3 you did.
Now, on terms of approach, it can't be one person to reach everyone. It has to be multifaceted. It has to be people from this side, people from this side. It's this collective effort.
We have this opportunity to build an industry from scratch. Just given how bad mental health is in Kenya, in Africa, we have almost a clean canvas and basically shape and paint how we want mental health to be delivered, and that is by being centered on the communities, young people working for young people, and kind of giving people the right type of care that they need.
You have been faithful throughout the years since I began serving King, able to save and keep distraction on me. Ineza ufalme na mamlaka yako Bwana.